Oh, hello geeks and gamers, Matt Linkley with True Gamer Goggles. We're at Gen Con 2014, Game Salute exhibit booth, game area, whatever you want to call this. And we're going to play Hero Brigade, which is Zucchini People Games. I am not heard of them. That's a good name though, I like it.
It's a Far Side reference.
Oh, and you know, so Nick's going to teach us how to play. Okay.
Alright. So Hero Brigade is a game for 2 players. One player takes on the role of the heroes, and the other takes on the role of the villains. It's a straight-up combat game. It's a positional deck battler, but there's also elements of deck building to it as well. Most of the cards on the deck are character cards, and you'll see the character cards, they have hit points and value. There's 2 ways to win the game. One is to knock out the other player's characters completely, just knock them out of the game. And the other one is by defeating enough value. Every time the character pays value, they lose cards off the top of their deck. So there's also a deck depletion element. If at any point a player can't draw enough cards, then they lose the game as well. So you're either going to win by knocking them out or running them out of cards. There are 3 different ways you can play each character. They have different attacks in the front row, in the support row, and also they have a play ability as a one-time play ability, as a one-time boost. You have 3 characters in your front row and 2 in your back.
What are those 3?
These are the villain cards. So
those are the bad guys.
Yeah, these would be the 3, the villain player, and the 2 in the back. And before the fight phase, every time there is...
Attention Gen Con attendees, the Tyranny of Dragons is upon us. Celebrate with Dungeons & Dragons at the official Tyranny of Dragons launch party, Friday evening, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Georgia Street. Rise up or bow down.
Alright, so that's how the character cards work. The gameplay is split up into 2 segments. There's a play phase and then a fight phase. During the play phase, when you go through your turn, playing characters to your party or using them for their play abilities, and some of the abilities will allow you to acquire cards from the center, which include the mercenary cards, which become heroes or villains depending on which deck they go into. Enhancements are the buffs for your character, but they can also be used offensively against other characters. And Secret Weakness is actually a deck that goes into the other player's party, and it clogs up their deck. Because it doesn't have any abilities. Do you want to play hand open up? Alright, do you want to be the heroes or the villains?
That doesn't matter, whatever this is.
Okay, this is the heroes. So we're going to shuffle you up everything.
I need a hat with a camera on it.
Or a tripod.
Well, I have a tripod, but it's like in the way everywhere.
Oh, okay. Alright. So we can just play like an open hand.
Yeah, open hand works.
Just to get an idea of the game.
So what's the chit for?
This is the starting player marker.
Oh, you just keep swapping back and forth?
Yeah, exactly. So this game has a lot of momentum to it. But that, as you learn the game better, that's more of a strategic consideration too. Because you want to end the game knowing that, you know, oh, I'm going first or second next round.
Okay.
So we're going to draw 4 cards for you. Everything's in 4s. There's 4 cards to acquire every turn, and players draw hands of 4.
And that's the acquiring card.
Right. So we're gonna do a play phase first. There's no fighting on the first. There's no fight phase in the first round, so it gives everyone a chance to build up.
Okay.
So we're gonna take turns playing cards. You're gonna play a card. I'm gonna play a card. You're gonna take an action. I'm gonna take an action.
And
we go into
what's the strategy to playing a card? You just whichever.
You either play it for the playability, or you're going to play it to your party, either in the front or support row. So based on the cards that you get.
So I have 4 heroes. It looks like I'm building a support.
Right, you could, but some of these will also allow you to acquire cards from the pool too. So.
Oh, okay. So like I draw 2 cards and I acquire.
Yep. So you can either draw 2 cards with him or acquire a card from the center. He can, you know, again, you have to make the choice. Do you want to play them to the party, or do you want to grab a card with them?
I think I'm going to grab the cards.
Okay, so you can grab any one of these cards. These are 2 heroes, mercenary heroes, if you grab them. This is one of the buff cards, and this is a bad card if you want to give it to me.
Yeah. Bad card for you, I guess. I don't know if it's a little early for that.
Yeah. Usually those, I wait to grab those until the player's about to reshuffle too. But I'm going to play this card to my front.
Okay, I see.
He works a little differently. He can you can try and top deck a card.
Oh, okay.
So, but it goes directly into your hand with his playability. He can also grab a card, but he's also like your big tanky guy too.
Oh, so if I do this, he goes like.
Yeah, you choose front or support. Yeah.
He's support.
Oh, so he'll be in your support. Okay. I'm going to use their playability. I discard all other henchmen. If I discard at least 2, I can draw the top card directly into my hands, which I did. Okay. So that's your.
So I guess I go with Dr. Cat
Okay.
and do a top deck thing.
Oh, okay, so you're going to play him, and you're going to draw the Science Gizmo directly into your hand.
Okay.
Which is actually a good card. You'll notice the buffs, they're each typed. Science Gizmo can enhance a character with science.
Oh, okay. Very good.
So, and I'm going to play her in my front row.
Well, I guess I'm going to play him, and he would be front row, not support.
Yeah, he's a great. Yep. I'm out, so it's you again.
Okay. Well, then I would.
Yep. Basically,
that.
yep, you're going to buff him. So now he does +1 damage when he attacks. So normally we would go to a fight phase, but it's the first round, and now we're just.
Okay.
I'm start player now. You're going to get a new hand of 4 cards.
Oh yeah.
As am I.
Wow, he's in there a lot.
Well, there's 2 copies of each of the base heroes, but they are unique. Like you can't have 2 copies of him of the same guy. Yeah. So you
But you
use
can
it
play
for
the ability.
Exactly. You're gonna use it for the playability. So I'm gonna reinforce. I'm gonna grab this guy. So
Okay.
that's your turn again. We are gonna fight this turn, so now you want to start thinking about filling up with your party.
Well, I have all heroes, so let's
Yeah.
see. So his fight ability is eviscerate 4.
You have 4 to front row. FRT is front row target. She's also your healer.
So if I play him to the front row,
Yep. So now it's
that's probably a decent choice.
Yep. I'm gonna play her in my back row.
And so since she's a healer, she should be played to the support row?
Right. She only heals on the support row. She does damage if you
Okay.
play in the front. I'm gonna play this guy in my support row also.
But it's a fun party game. It is. I turn into
I guess the other hero.
Okay. Well, I would recommend playing him. Because your party's now full. I'm going to play this guy. And the reason I say that is now your party's full, so you're going to want to use her for her playability. So you can either do 1 damage
okay.
to a row on my party, or you can grab another card.
Ah. Okay. Well, but it's your turn.
No, I'm done. I played it.
Oh. Well then. I guess I play her ability to
Grab that.
take the
Okay.
sparring partners.
Okay, so that goes into your discard.
What she does.
Yeah, well, the normal acquire goes in there. It was just the special ability from Dr. Cat allowed you to draw it directly. That was specific. But normally it's like typical deck building. Where
I
you
was
grab
going to
the
put it
card
on him.
and
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to fight. And I'm the start player, so I get to go first. I'm going to go ahead. He does 3 damage. 1 damage 3 times. I'm going to do all 3 damage here. So damage is persistent. It stays from round to round.
Okay.
That's you.
So he does 4 damage.
Yeah, he does a lot. He hits for 4.
So I can do 4 to her.
Yep, that would
and
actually knock her out.
Knock her out.
Yep. So you're gonna do 4
That's
hits.
probably a good call.
Yep. So she has a value of 2. So I'm gonna burn 2 cards that are gone for the game now.
Oh.
So that's the deck depletion aspects. Like there's no cost to play them, but the better the hero is, generally the higher the value. Like
Right.
these Puddly guys, they have no they're not very good, but they don't cost you anything either.
Right.
They go away.
Yeah, right?
So while I still have him, I'm gonna do a point of damage here.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll use him.
Okay. So he does 2 abilities. He can do 2 damage to a front row target.
Or he can do fireball.
He's gonna do both.
Oh, he's gonna do both.
He's gonna do both.
So I can choose the 2 damage to the dangerous guy.
Yep. So he's gonna take 2. And then now you can do 1 damage to a row.
I guess we'll do it to the front row.
Okay. So he's gonna take another point of damage. This guy's gone. But because he attacks the entire row, I have an empty spot here that you attacked. So this spot takes 1 damage. Basically, I'm going to mill a card. I'm going to lose a card on the top of my deck.
Oh, wow.
So the reason that's important is because every time you reshuffle, you permanently burn a card. So you force me towards an earlier reshuffle.
Okay. And then you can't do it? Oh, no, you can. You
Yep.
got the back row.
Yep. So I'm going to do 2 more damage to him, which is going to knock him out.
Right.
And you're going to lose. You're going to burn 2 from the top of your deck, and those are gone. These are gone from the game.
Oh.
And he also has a secondary heal, so I'm going to heal him for a point of damage.
Okay.
It's back to you.
I guess we'll have him hit him.
All right, so he normally does 2, but he's buffed, so he's going to do 3. Yeah, so he's taking 5 damage. I'm going to use my last person. She does 2 damage to the front row.
Okay, so this guy's gonna.
Yeah, this guy's gonna take 2. He's gonna take 2, but he's got this little shield. So every time every time he takes damage, he soaks the first point. So he's really only gonna take 1. But I did hit your empty spot here, so you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna mill 2 cards.
Right here.
Yep. Okay. So now it's back to you. Because I'm done.
You're done.
So it's all you.
Well, he's got 2 left.
Yeah, he's got 2 left. Yep.
I guess she's gonna Arcane Blast him.
No, she's in the support, so she's healing.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, gee. I guess we heal Bert.
Okay.
And then
You can do a point anywhere.
we'll do a point to the excrementalist.
Okay. All right. So we're all done. We're ready our characters. And
That's pretty good.
you get to go first. Did you want to go through the entire game, or it's up to you? I don't know. How
No,
much.
one more turn.
Okay, do another thing. All right.
So draw 4 cards.
Yep.
Ew.
All right, but you are starting player.
That's not a good hand.
So this one, you have some choices here. You can either grab one of the new cards that came out, or you can use it to. You can send him to the top of your deck. So basically, because you have another one, you can kind of run away with one and then replay him.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. That's probably a good play.
Okay, so yeah, basically it's going to save the damage. So you're going to use reinforcements, and they can you can either acquire or put a hero on top of your library. So you're going to send them away. I'm going to use his play ability, which heals 2 damage on a target. So I'm going to heal 2 here. He's still pretty beat up.
Yeah.
So it's back to you.
Well, gosh, I guess I play a hero.
All right. I'm going to draw 2 cards with his play ability. And I wish it was 2 different cards. Go ahead.
That'd be always good. And then can you have 2 police off?
You can. I'm sorry. Anything with the normal, you can have multiples of. Those are not unique.
Okay.
But your back goes full, so they actually have to go to the front.
Oh.
Because it's 3 and 2 for your party.
So I can really only play one of them.
Yep. I'm going to play this guy to my front. It's back to you.
Well, I
And
guess.
so you can pass.
Yeah.
I'm going to fire this guy. You're done because you passed. I play there.
Well, I initiate fight.
Yep, you go first. There's also another thing to note on this guy. It's the taunted ability.
Yeah.
Basically, any guy that he hits is forced to attack him back on the next turn.
Oh, wow.
So there's a little bit of control there. I have a guy who can do that too.
He's got 4 on him.
Yes.
So if I do
Yeah, we do 2 to him.
2,
Yep.
and then hit the front row.
Okay, yep, so this guy's gone. And I'm going to pay a penalty of 2. So I lose these 2 cards. He's got the damage shield, so he soaks that 1, but this guy's gone too.
That was a good play.
Yeah, it was an excellent play. Alright. So I'm going to do his ability. I'm going to attack him for 2.
Right.
He soaks 1, but he also has the taunted ability, so now you have to attack me back with that guy. So
Oh, right now. Okay,
Yep.
so he swings and he hits you.
Yep. So he hits for 3. I soak 1, because he also has soak, and so he takes 2. But this guy's kind of like the Incredible Hulk. The more damage he takes, the more damage he does. So, he only hit for 2, but now he's going to hit for 4 until he goes away.
Right.
But all right, now I'm going to do 2 to your front. So he soaks one. Yep. He takes 2.
And he goes bye-bye.
This guy goes bye-bye. But he didn't cost you anything either. So. All right, it's back to you.
I guess he hits the guy in the front.
Okay, well, he's going to soak it.
Oh, yeah, it's all bad. Hit your healer.
Okay, so he takes 1. All right. I'll do another 2 damage to Johnny Pyro. And I'm going to heal a point from this guy.
Yeah. And then she would heal Johnny Pyro.
For 2.
For 2.
Okay.
Wow, that was good.
That's just the end of the round.
That's a pretty smooth game. It took like 5 minutes to learn to play, and I wouldn't say we're halfway done with the game. But
Well, we haven't been acquiring a lot, so I think the game's going to end by depletion for a KO, but it's early to say.
yeah, I mean, another 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, I mean, 30 minutes is what it says on the box, but once you know all the cards, once 2 people are both really familiar with the game, you can play in about 15-20 minutes.
How's it play with 4? Is it only 2 players?
It's only 1 or 2 right now. There's a solo element too.
Oh wow, that's excellent.
Because it basically play against an AI, which are in the rules. But the standalone expansion is coming to Kickstarter, and it's going to open it up to 3 or 4 players. We just got a brand new team of heroes and villains. It basically becomes a tag team battle.
Okay. Thank you.